We don't. Before we get too far off the track here, everybody's dying to hear you say something about this, and I think everybody's appalled over this Free Press Susan Tompor piece about Made in America.
Oh yeah,
Made in Detroit. Made in Detroit.
What else can I say? I said it all on the website.
Oh, that was a great letter.
By the way,
that was awesome.
WRIF and Made in Detroit are now doing business together.
Yeah, that's right.
All our shirts are coming from Made in Detroit.
Yeah.
But yeah, I guess there isn't a whole lot to say about it. I mean, I didn't really hear anybody jumping on her side of this thing.
I'm just wondering who she's friends with, because my guy Tommy called me that runs Made in Detroit and was like, he told her from day one, if you're just looking to do a story on that, we don't actually make the stuff in Detroit, and 98% of textiles are imported from somewhere. Everyone look at your tag and your shirt standing in his room. I guarantee it's all China and everything else. And we have tried to take steps, and we will eventually get there. We got big plans what we're doing it for, and we've never done anything but try to use it as something that's positive and great for the city and make a lot of money and donate it to places we think that are doing good things in the city. I mean, it's like, I don't need the aggravation of saving a company in bankruptcy, and I never wanted to start a clothing company. If I did, I'd just start Kid Rock clothing and make twice the money, 5 times the money. This was somewhere I could create some jobs and do some things. It was just, it kind of it just really angered me. I felt really bad at first. Like, why would somebody attack me? You can attack me on a lot better things. If you really want to write a screw job story, go for it.
Yeah. Well, I would think your charitable efforts are the one thing that you would not get attacked on, not in this town. I mean, it just seems like friendly fire.
Or at least put him in the article is fair. Like, he gave her all the info of like, look at, you can, it's fine. You want to print that, that might be interesting to some people, but at least go. But he knew from day one, he goes, I think someone's trying to do a hack article on us.
Yeah.
And he knew it from day one. And then sure enough, it came out and I was like, and first I was saying, everyone's just like, just let it die. Don't even give him the satisfaction. I'm like, I couldn't help it. I'm like, I can't help it. I'm like, I'm just too. I'm like, God.
The letter you wrote was fantastic, and I'd give anything. I think I'd pay anything almost to see the look on her face when she read that thing. Well, especially the
you get so sick of having corporations nowadays and all this stuff where you have somebody trying to be politically correct around every corner, and apologize and say something the right way and give a very political, astute answer, this, that, and the other. No one can just tell you to go F yourself anymore. Like, screw you, man.
Right,
why are you on my back?
Yeah, that's right.
That first line is the whole, let me first start off by cordially inviting you to go F yourself. And it's so funny, her picture's right here.
I know.
She looks like she's just gotten the word.
Oh, yeah.
Well, I don't think I hate that. It's not fair anymore that everyone gets to voice their opinion, whether it be in press or on the internet, and they get to do all this stuff, but they get to do it behind closed doors. Mm-hmm. They get to put you on Front Street, but yet they're behind closed doors. It's like, write whatever you want, but put yourself out there and let us know who you are. If you have an opinion, stand up behind it. Say who you are, because it gets so frustrating. You get people telling you to go F yourself, and you're like, wait, who are you? I at least want to be able to yell at you if I see you at the bar.
Pick a better target, though. I mean, my God, they, in your response, there's then a list of all these charitable organizations you've been involved in. Kid Rock Foundation, over $1 million has gone out the doors of the Kid Rock Foundation just since 2010. Is that right?
Yeah.
$1 million since 2010, 2 years?
And look at all those charities. Look at that endless list of people help. Well, yeah, then you look around, and it's, some of the others who are very successful that aren't carrying any kind of a load like
Well,
this.
I mean, I can't say that to be true, though, because I know a lot of people do, and they just don't voice it.
Yeah.
I did that for a while. There are a lot of people helping out that just don't voice it, and sometimes I think I messed up by voicing it. But, by voicing it, I've also been able to raise a lot of money on my own, so it's kind of a double-edged sword.
Yeah.
Hey, kids donated to Mittens for Detroit.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I saw that. That's jumped right off the page. Yeah.
I know how that happened.
We know her.
How can anyone turn her down? Habitat for Humanity, Friends of Belle Isle, American Red Cross, Coalition on Temporary Shelter, Capuchin Soup Kitchen, Carmanos Cancer. Oh my God!
Yeah.
Wayne State University scholarships. That's through Made in Detroit, right?
Yeah, all this stuff I do on behalf of Made in Detroit and Badass Beer and the Kid Rock Foundation. Mm-hmm. I always mention because a lot of those hands touch each other. Whenever we're doing one deal, a lot of deal comes up, whether it's for Badass and Kid Rock or Made in Detroit and that. They all kind of wash each other and rub each other's backs. So, I always mention that all three of these things are the reason why we can do a lot of this. Made in Detroit and Badass are the reason why I've been able to help people. Buddies that helped me out when I was young, give them jobs outside of, the regular 9-to-5s they had, and hire other people on the outside of that, and keep all these mom and pop realtors. People say, why don't you just start a Made in Detroit store in Detroit? because we'd put a bunch of our mom and pop stores out of business. That's why we don't have a store. We have our internet, and then we tried. I've never taken a dime from this company, which this lady knew that read the article. So it's like, if I haven't taken a dime, I've actually lost, I'm not going to lose money in the end. Trust me, I'm not an idiot. And this is a business at the end of the day, and it's there to make money. But I've never taken a dime from it till this point, bought it out of bankruptcy, and have tried to, and I think if you talked around town and asked people that sell our stuff, it's really helped their businesses. A lot of them have told us that they would die without it. Their business would go away, so...
And I just wonder where she was at.
Place.
And like you say, you guys gave her all that information. She had all that to work with. And
don't you guys got like the sample of why you hating? I'm sure you guys got one of the sound bites in there somewhere.
And you did cancel your free press subscription, right?
Totally.
Good.
And I feel bad too because there's some good people there. Brian McCullum over the years who I've done articles with, but I just kind of had to, put my foot down for a little while and say, you know what, this ain't cool.
No,
I'm not going to support you for.
I would have almost thought an editor would have said, this is really why I don't know. It just was attack out of nowhere for no reason, and I don't know why. That's
what I couldn't figure out. Like, what is the point of this?
Yeah,
there's a way to get your point across, but have I been?
I know.
Let's take that evil Detroit basher Kid Rock down.
Yeah.
I'm from the free press. What's up my butt?
I think most people know that T-shirts aren't made in Detroit. They're not made
but
in the USA for
over
the most
90% of our stuff is made in America. I mean, this way before this started with that, I try to get it done with my touring stuff. Just because that's what I believe in. Not to satisfy anybody's, not to cover my tracks. I give a rat's ass about covering my tracks. I am who I am. If you don't like it, have your opinion. If you want to hate me for it, fine. I think that's kind of dumb in this day and age when people have their opinions and we just hate them for it.
Yeah.
You can have your opinion and we can still get, hell, I'm friends with Sean Penn.